How should I start long-term care planning in my 30s? This was a viewer question, and they wanted some suggestions about first steps about long-term care planning. We have done a few videos about long-term care and how it's best to start early, but in this video, we're going to talk about a few specifics and what you can get done. I'm Valerie Zammitti of Zammitti Law and estate planning. We have an estate planning practice in New York and New Jersey, and we provide peace of mind to families through our high client value services. If you are seeking assistance in either estate planning or the administration after the passing of a loved one, we can help. And you can reach us for a free consult at yourplanningattorney.com. And speaking of value, we are also here to educate everyone for free. So ask questions and share so together we can help some folks along the way. That's our goal after all. Now, what are some smart steps you can take in your 30s and your 40s that will create, a strong foundation in preparation for potential long-term care? First off, for those who are not aware, it is important to think about these things early on because someone turning 65 today has a nearly 70% chance, that's men and women, it's usually a little higher for women, 70% chance, that's pretty big, of needing some type of long-term care services during your lifetime. Okay, I think this is noted by the Administration for Community Living and several other surveys and things have been put out there, reports that have suggested the same thing. But at that age, right, 65, 70, 75, it's already a little too late to start some of the options that may be available to you earlier in life. And you'll be left with sort of the tail end options, some of which apply on the legal front, but you want to provide yourself and your family as much flexibility as possible. And that's what planning is all about. So even if it doesn't mean you're going a legal change route to get that protection, because you're going an insurance route first, then that could be the best option for you, but you want to do that ahead of time, usually. So, and just to put it in perspective, right, what the costs are for long-term care. Now, I have some nationwide averages here, but know that many states are going to be much higher. Like you could probably add 5,000 to each of these numbers easy here in New York. So like home health care nationwide, 5,200. Assisted living, 5,900. Nursing home, 10 to 11,000. I'm sorry, I said, 5,900. Right, nursing home, 10 to 11,000. These are per month numbers. Sorry if I didn't say that already. So like 5,000, 6,000, 10 to 11,000 nationwide. Again, add $5,000 to that per month in New York, New Jersey area for sure. So here are 6 things. And again, those numbers are staggering when you're talking about per month, right? You get to a year, get to 18 months, 2 years, that's a lot of money. $250,000, poof, gone. So here are, I think it's 6 things that you can do right now in your 30s and 40s to plan and prepare. Very, very first thing, this isn't just in your 30s and 40s. So if you're listening and you're outside of that group, that doesn't mean you shouldn't do these things. It's just a mindset that the sooner the better. Healthy, preventative living, right? Take interest in your diet, exercise, stress management, sleep care, regular medical appointments, so that you can extend the health of your life throughout and maybe avoid the necessity of extended long-term care, which would reduce both personal and financial strain later. Certainly building your financial safety net is helpful, right? Focusing on some savings, retirement, and reducing any debt that you may have to provide you with that financial flexibility later if care was needed. Certainly reviewing your existing health insurance and disability coverage. Now, those don't necessarily cover for all long-term care purposes, but it depends on the circumstances of unexpected illness, injury, and the policies that you have. So be certain what you hold and what it covers. Put your estate planning pieces together, whether that's a will or a trust, your financial power of attorney, your health documents, to know who will be in charge of making decisions when things do shift, so that you have the right people in the right place to take care of things, and there's efficiencies there so that the finances aren't spent willy-nilly and not on the primary care for yourself or your family. You should also consider life insurance, potentially with a long-term care insurance option, or sometimes they call it a rider. Granted, there are standalone long-term care policies. I don't sell or get involved in these details. You need to speak with an insurance person, but it is certainly much more affordable to get that kind of coverage when you are younger and healthier. And if it works in your cash flow sooner, this is a great first line of defense against those potential costs. And then always have a conversation with your surrounding family folks, whoever the trusted parties are in your world, about what your values and wishes are and what type of support is possible and that you would need at that relevant time, should you need that care. I think this is really essential, and I have this in some of our materials we provide our client. It's like when the poop hits the fan plan, right? We don't know what tomorrow brings. And so if life shifts dramatically and you can't act independently, what is the best suited fit for you, for your care, and then for your family overall on a financial front? So if you think those steps through now and every few years, then at least there's something discussed as a potential in place. Doesn't mean it's going to take away the emotional shift and changes if something does happen, but it will help out greatly. So the goal, at 30, 40, and, younger years when you're considering long-term care, is taking care of yourself, setting yourself up financially, legally, and considering the insurances that may have an opportunity for you if cash flow works right. And again, talking about it in case things do go to that extent. And in that way, in later years, 50s, 60s, should something change, you're really not starting from zero. That's it. I'm Valerie Zammitti of Zammitti Law. We're in estate planning practice in New York and New Jersey. We provide peace of mind to families through our high client value services. If you do need assistance in estate planning or the administration following the passing of a loved one, you can reach out to us for a free consult at yourplanningattorney.com. We hope you've learned something new here today, and please don't forget to share and take care. Bye-bye.